Hola, hello everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. I want to wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas for everybody, and I wish you the best of luck. Most of us wish you to find the peace in the soul. This is my message. This is my wish for you in there. And it's going to be tied up a little bit with the report in there. I was talking about this configurations with the yachts before. And let's take a look at it a little bit before I started the report. Capricorn. Capricorn represents the work on Earth. It's the cardinal zodiac sign in there. Pisces is more about the spirit, the soul, the ending of the cycle in there. But we have a sextile between Pisces and Capricorn, it creates a yacht towards Leo. Leo represents I create myself. So now we are going to be seeing some very interesting moments that as the moon is going to be joining the North Node around midnight, we're going to see these energies that's going to be pointing out towards Leo. And when I'm talking about towards Leo, I'm going to be talking about this about like 7 p.m. On the report in there. We are going to see this beautiful, beautiful energy as pointing out towards. So pay attention to what you have at Leo around, this is about around the 10 degrees of Leo. And what is that 10 degree falls off? But it's also take a look. What do you have at the 10 degree of Aquarius? Because this is going to be your solution. Okay, so with that being said, up here, I want to say thank you guys for coming in, the click, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and appreciate that you supporting the channel with the Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for the gifts with this. And as we are seeing it with this, hopefully the next year, I'm going to be doing some much more things. There's going to be some even a little bit of training for you guys, for those who's willing to train, those who's willing to learn this way of combinations of astrology, psychology, philosophy, and spirituality under the one roof. There's going to be some things coming up with working on it because this year has been a very beautiful year. Actually, I practice this spirituality, but in the physical realm, restoring this beautiful house. The house is built 1887, and I'm happy to restore it. And there's going to be some more things coming up with this. Okay, guys? But go back to astrology, right? You are interested. What are we going to go through? What is this energy that we are going to be seeing it today? So, without other ado, at 7 o'clock in the morning, pay attention to communications. Mercury is going to be rising in the horizon. That's going to be more tied up towards squaring towards the North Node. You don't want to see, you don't want to talk, you don't want to think about destinies, okay? It's kind of like other people shaping the destinies and so on, feels like that. But you need to understand that this is going to be a temporary thing. You to understanding where are you standing in life and where you want to go with this. And this is going to be leading with what? Communications. Because you got to be also take a look at the energy when somebody tells you what you can and cannot do, right? You have a soul about this. And today, as the moon is going to be joining the North Node in there, we're going to be seeing it a little bit before that. The moon is going to be sextiling exactly Mars. And that energy is going to be pointing out the finger of God towards Leo. To understand the Leo's energies, that what you're making yourself is in there. Hi, Namira, glad to see you here. And appreciate that you've been here. All right, so this is going to be at 8 o'clock. At later on, we're going to see this energy at the 8 as the Venus is going to come at the event horizons. In there, of course, Venus, Mars, and the Sun, they're going to be start traveling a lot together in there. Hi, Noel. Thank you for coming in. And we're going to see this energy as traveling. Feliz Navidad. Muchas gracias. Feliz Navidad de tutti. All right. And that energy is going to be start what? At this Capricorn. So we're going to see the Venus is going to be start working. Is like, you know what? I need to get to work. I need to get put some things in perspective, as the moon is going to be sextiling with that. The sun is the same way, so is Mars. So in there and so on. Rebecca Quali. I don't know anything about Arabic except maybe the words "I love you, Habibi." Or maybe that's like pretty much everybody knows about it. But nice, interesting question in there. Okay, so talking about with those energies, the ascendant, the energy that it's going to be coming towards us, it's going to be related into the visions that are coming. What you're going to work, what you're going to focus. A lot of the people, they are going to be focused of. I need to do this. I need to do that. Yeah, this is a perfect time for what? Making the bucket list, making the wish list. Okay, this year, so I want to plan to achieve this, and this. But did you have the list from the last year and see what you achieved? Are you self accountable in there? Which is Capricorn, it's a lot of self accountability, self starting. It doesn't need somebody to tell them, hey, go to work. Capricorn pushing themselves to the exhaustions in there. That they are doing the work. And as we're going to see some Venus, the Sun, and Mars with these energies, we're going to see that work. That it's like, you know what, I need to get to work in there. But that is also leading to the work of this bucket list. Okay, because in this bucket list, hopefully, you're not just making and put some wishes. You put the dreams, the goals that you would like to achieve this year. All right, at 9 o'clock, we are going to see the ascendant. It's still going to be at Scorpio. That's going to be opposing Jupiter. We talk about this. That is about what you grow, what you didn't in the family. Can you create what you're working for it to benefits the family? How that's going to be for you. So with this energy, the inner work it's still going to be at Scorpio. It is about more within the material possessions and, of course, intimacy with others. Okay, this is the Scorpio. Is the depth. How deep can we go with other people, particularly into a relationship? All right. 10 o'clock, we're going to see some, the inner work is going to be with transformations, public transformations. What do we need to change? How do we need to change? That transformation is going to be because the inner work is going to be sextiling Pluto. Pluto is about the hidden God, the divine behind the veil that we don't see, but we can feel. That energy that help us out to understand the mysteries of the world, right? Because when you start asking yourself questions, that questions, when it goes into your mind, that goes into your soul. From the soul, that goes to the spirit, and the spirit connects into what? To the universe, to the God, to the divine. However your belief system is in your case, and then the answers are coming. And that's how you're beginning to unravel the mysteries of the world. The biggest mystery it is what the heck are you doing here, right? You to find your what? Your destiny. And with these energies of destiny, as the moon is going to be joining the North Node, the intuition is going to be looking, where should I go, where should I lead, how it should be. And that energy is going to be showing up some a little bit, that we this energy is going to come in at 11 o'clock, as we see in it that the moon and the north node, they're beginning to rise and the event horizon. Okay, while the inner work is going to be connecting with what we did in the morning. How did we wake up in the morning? About these communications. It's very interesting how you're talking to yourself. Because see, when you're talking to yourself in the morning, right, when you wake up, when you look at yourself in the mirror in the bathroom, it's like, you know what, I need to do this, I need to do that, maybe I can get this, I can get that. But you are talking to your higher self. If you look at it there, it's like, you know what, I got these issues, I got that challenges in there, I got these things into it, but I can overcome it in a proper way. I'm a good, I'm a great, I'm a powerful. I can achieve what I need, and that's gonna bring me the peace in the soul, and then I can get within my day. There's a difference in there, right? And this is what the intuition is gonna be looking to it, because the moon is where? In Pisces, okay? And now she wants to have this peace, because, you know, with all the tensions in the personal matters in there, I mean, we're talking about Mercury, Venus, the Sun, and Mars. Right there, we seen this energy right now. She's like, you know what, we gotta find different approach. And here is the approach. It's gonna be given to you later on. All right. 12 o'clock, we're going to see the ascendant is going to be at Aries. The inner work is going to be with the sun. This is when the authority is going to take over, but the authority doesn't like the karmic limitations. What is it, the karmic limitations? Karmic limitations, that is like, if you have something to do and you try to escape it in there and you try to start something completely new, Saturn is like, no, 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 you have something you haven't finished here. This lesson is not complete. This thing is not complete. You have 5 different things you haven't complete. And you want to start another one. You want to create more karma? No, 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 no. I want you to go ahead and finish these things. So the new beginning, it's going to be on a clear slate. And there. Okay? So look within yourself in this. And with these energies that it's going to be coming in. This energy is going to be later on and coming out with us, as the inner work is going to be going into a Capricorn. And as the coming into a Capricorn and it's opposing Jupiter and squares Chiron, here how we see an immature people who are actually really think that that immaturity in there shows up into the world. And later on, they're like, well, I cannot do this, I cannot do that, and so on and so on. Why? Because they see the immaturity first into the family, right? They never had a chance, somebody to teach them, somebody to show them the right way. And we lost it that way. We lost it, these examples of the proper work within. Female to passing generations to generations, male to pass generations to generations, right? Now we're turning this freedom to laziness. Oh, I can do whatever I feel like it. And guess what? Saturn says like, I'm going to be pushing through situations so you can learn things to do. Because otherwise you ain't going to move forward. And this is going to be some... energy that is gonna come in too strong to us, right? Because we need to change. In the next hour, this is gonna be at 2 o'clock. The inner work is gonna be with Pluto. And with this energies and Pluto, okay, as we're talking about, this is the hidden God, the divine energies. Right now, it's like, you know what? I'm an Aquarius. I'm going to bring the messages. I'm going to bring the new. Can you be able to get these wishes, to get these things down to earth? Because in the next 2,000 plus years, that's what we are going to do. We have to go ahead and learn from this spirituality and bring it down to earth. It may seem impossible for some of the people, but it's going to be because we are going to be ascending to descend on earth. Okay? And this is why in astrology, your ascendant or the event horizon, this is how your soul is coming to descend at the sixth and the seventh house. What I am going to be and with who I am going to be in relations. This is why the seventh house is important. So is the sixth house, because in the sixth house you do evaluations. How I build myself, what is my belief system, what is my things. The judgment's in there, right? But the seventh house is how I am in the relationship with others, right? So this energies later on at that Pluto in Aquarius as the ascendant, it's going to be at Gemini, is going to beginning to trigger the third year of your life. How did you share things within you, right? That's what Gemini is. Gemini is the third year of your life. But you need to understand that whatever is in your first house, okay, is going to come into the 12th house. So whatever it's coming to you, you're going to be processing within the soul, which is the 12th house, and that's the house of the spirit, right? All right. Later on, we're going to see some at 3 o'clock. The inner work, it's still going to be at Aquarius in there. It's going to be a sextile Mercury. And here, how we're going to be able to resolve some of the situations in new ways. Because when you commute with above gives you what? Solutions. Right? Guidance. And that's how it's going to be. You're going to be able to get these downloads that you needed from your own spirit and there. All right. Challenges. There's going to be some challenges at 4 o'clock because the ascendant is going to be at the Cancer, of course. It's opposing Venus, the Sun, and Mars. Particularly with people who are having something in Cancer. You're going to feel in it right now. With these oppositions, because things are personal, right? Mars is personal planet, the Sun is personal planet, so is Venus. The love, values, actions, honors, they can be a very kind of like on a more negative side. Authority, right? How you put your creative situations in you, and how you don't like it. It's kind of like I don't, okay? So with this intensity that we are going to be going through, the inner work is going to be with the moon. It's the intuition that says like relax. We are going to find, operate with soul, operate with that peace energies in your soul. And some of the people is going to be like, well, that doesn't bring me money. You see, without the peace, it doesn't matter how much money you make. Without the peace, you're not resolving anything in this world. And if you understand that the biggest riches that right now in the world that's going to be changed is peace in the soul. It gives you a power far beyond what you imagine. All right, 5 o'clock. The inner work is going to be at Pisces. Is going to be pointing out directly trying towards Jupiter. Evaluations of the family dynamics. It's an order, of course, but that is going to be squaring what? It's going to be squaring Mercury. You don't want to talk for certain things about the family situations. Why? Why are you escaping at this? It's just a trigger for you to get better. Release things, realize things, redo things. Because guess what? If you never had a good family, create a good family. And that is going to be some challenges. But that's going to be the part of the new beginning. Because the inner work and some of the planets, when they're going to be moving, we're going to have some great Aries season. We're going to be talking about this later on when the time comes in. But we are looking at into that new energies. Because right now, the biggest teacher, Saturn, is going to comes in. He's going to do two things. First of all, he's going to be limiting the old selves, and 10 is going to beginning to teaching the new self. And if you're limiting the new self, he is going to be teaching the old self to release things. And that is his primary function as a karmic ruler. Okay, so with this energy that is going to be coming in, we're going to see some great insights. All right, 7 o'clock, and here's what I was talking about. This 7 o'clock, I want to gonna comes in and giving it to you. So here is the moon that is connecting with the North Node, and it's pointing out to the 10th degree of Leo. We have that yacht made it with Mars. So now with this sextile, there is it because the moon, it is a pretty much at the 10 degree, so is Mars. Here is like the intuition that tells you, be mindful about your actions, because actions for soul, from soul, they are going to be helping in the work that you do. And Mars is going to be the Virgo side of the yacht in there. He's going to be more sentimental. He's going to be more logical. I have to get it there. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. I need to work on this. I need to work on that. Okay. That is going to be coming in with that energies of Mars. But once he's reaching it to Leo, at the 10 degrees of Leo, it's going to be shifting to the 10 degrees of the moon. And the moon is in Pisces. I have to see this within my soul. I have to see this within my spirit. And I have to get to my destiny. What kind of work? And why do I do this work? Here is how this Capricorn, Pisces, it's pointing out to the creations. This is why they call it the fingers of God. The zodiac signs makes those fingers of God, and they are very properly positioned in there. Okay, so these energies that it's going to be coming in, if you are following with that in there, and if you want to learn more about this astrology and so on, you're going to find an amazing correlations that's going to be blowing up your mind. All right. So what are you creating yourself at in Leo? Leo, it's the 5th year. This is the year when you're trying for a very first time to express your will, your authority towards others, your ego. This is where you're getting this attention seeking, but this is where you're learning about where are you going to be focused, your attentions that comes in. But that comes in from what? From the work and from what you were thinking at the end. The Pisces, right? And this is how you learn to create yourself. And that energy at 7 o'clock is going to be remind you that creating yourself within the soul and the spirit is going to be creating something amazing of your new higher self. All right. Keep on going. You're going to feel good if you do this, what I was telling you right now. At 8 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Leo. Very beautiful. You're going to be feel good about yourself. Very good communications. Very good healing of the inner child that is going to be coming in with that hour. And in the next hour, this is going to be at 9 o'clock, we're going to see another yacht made from Pluto and Saturn and Neptune. We talk about this yacht, the beginning of Virgo, ending of Leo, that it's created, right? And now we have the ascendant, the event horizon there. And it says like, you know what? I got my stuff going. I can see my things done. I can see I am achieving things, right? And now we're seeing this Aquarius, beginning of Aquarius, and pretty much the end of Pisces yacht, right? But if you put Aquarius and Aries energy, which is that's where Saturn and Neptune is going to be going in, there, right? Innovations with the new beginning. You innovated stuff so he can put them to work for you. Isn't that amazing astrology? That's what the yacht is, right? But you need what? A logic. Who's got the logic? Virgo. That's how the yacht's working. That's how the fingers of God are working. Okay. All right. So, talking about even more in the next hour, we are going to be seeing it at 10 o'clock that Ascendant is going to be with the South Node. That is about the ending. End things. Are you ending developing yourself? Are you ending things that you need to do? Because if you haven't, you're going to have to take a look. I mean, we're going to have some, the South Node is going to be going into Leo, okay? But right now we are working on that Virgo side. I need to heal myself. I need to heal from the past. I need to remove things from the past and so on and so on with this. So that energy actually is going to be a very good with Mars. It's going to be a very great with the Sun in there. So now your will and your authority with actions and understanding of love and values is going to beginning to what? Get ready to work. And we're going to see at 11 o'clock the ascendant. It's still going to be at Virgo. There's going to be this giant duality square in there. Of course, there's going to be some intensity. But with that intensity, it comes in what? A pressure. But the pressure does what? Pushes you forward. Hopefully you are not afraid. Hopefully you're not in fears to get back. But within that duality that is going to be coming in, is going to be telling you when you're going to have enough of this duality. So you can make choices. But use the duality in your advantage to discern what is the proper things in life. Okay? Because the duality signs, they have a lot to do with what? Communications. That's Gemini, how you communicate with others. Ruler, it's Mercury, right? Virgo, another duality sign. It's also Mercury, right? Sagittarius, publicity. A lot of has to do with what? With Mercury. Pisces, how you connect, connections, talking, communications with the divine. It's also Mercury. And now you've seen these correlations within yourself, and there is going to be coming. And you got to be very mindful with Pisces because Neptune is ruling Pisces, and right there, that can be what? Visions, guidance, but also the biggest illusions of all. Okay, so this is what the astrology report is for today. And I'm going to be giving you some energies that it's going to be coming in at 26th in the morning. Okay, so 7 o'clock in the morning, we're going to see the moon coming out of the North Node. Right now, she knows what it's coming in, but that is going to be squaring what? Mercury. You see? Now you don't want to talk about certain things in the soul and the spirit. You all want to figure things out from the past. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much. I wish you happy holidays. And come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report. Much love to all of you. Good luck. And I wish you the best.